I think what's so important to know is long before Gateway ever showed up rescuing pets in the East St. Louis community, there were pet lovers in this community already rescuing pets.
Chokaio Benton, born and raised in East St. Louis all my life.
So I'm Jerry Benton, born and raised East St.
hmm
Louis. I think we've been living in this house for 30 years.
We moved in '94. I remember as a little girl coming home from church one day on Easter and getting chased by a dog because they were just running loose. So yeah.
My problem was I've always brought stray dogs home.
So I first met Jerry and Nicole. I was driving one afternoon, and it was raining, and ahead of me I noticed what I thought were chickens in the yard. So I got excited, right? I don't get to see free roaming chickens very often in our community. So I pull up and then quickly realized it was a bunch of cats that were taking shelter underneath Jerry's pontoon boat in the yard, staying out of the rain. So that's how I first made contact. I just knocked on the door and talked to them and talked about our trap, neuter, and release program, and that it was free and that we would spay, neuter their pets and vaccinate them.
So we inherited the cats. It was a house on both sides of us, and the cats was living up under the house. And after they tore those houses down, they had no place to go. So her feeding, taking care of them, fresh water every day.
Yeah. Twice a day.
This is home now. This is home now.
Yeah. It was really important for us to get here to really be able to address the true pet resource desert that East St. Louis was. No groomers, no pet stores, no veterinarians, nowhere for people to go to for their own pets or to get help for stray animals that they were finding. So it was really critical for us to open up a facility that's not only a shelter for animals that need to be put up for adoption, but also putting resources directly into the community that so desperately needed it.
Well, we always been animal lovers.
Yeah.
So to know it's a spot where we can take them to get medical treatment, that's really a plus on us.
I think our vet clinic is a game changer in our community. Not only are we doing the preventative services like spay, neuter, and vaccinations, but we're doing our minor medical clinic that allows people to seek help if their pets have injuries or illnesses that would normally cost them hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And we can do that much cheaper here because of donations from our supporters and the way that we subsidize our clinic. Jerry and Nicole found Ice after he'd likely been hit by a car. They knew he needed help. And because we already had a relationship with them from previously TNRing their large cat colony and also helping with other strays that they had found, they immediately called us for help.
So I found him probably, a month and a half ago.
August 28th.
Out in Franco Park. He couldn't walk because both his legs were broken. One of the front legs and the back leg. And brought him home, fed him, called Jill on the phone. We kept him that night though. Jill called me back the next day and had me bring him in immediately. And then they did x-rays on him. And the front leg could be saved, so they put a cast on him for a couple of weeks. And then the back leg they had to amputate.
It was fractured.
It was fractured, they couldn't fix it.
Yeah.
So he got that cut. And he's been fixed, and he's got dental work, and he's like a regular dog.
He just stole our hearts. Like, of all the strays we took in, it was something about this one right here.
What I think is really cool is a lot of times the folks that find animals in our community and come to us for help in getting them care, they're also able to adopt them. Unfortunately, there's a lot of implicit bias out there, and when folks from our community have traditionally applied to adopt through organizations, they're often frowned upon, as East St. Louis is seen it as high crime, high poverty, and there's a lot of assumptions made about the people in the community which are just so untrue. So being able to open up adoption to the community has been a big deal.
When we adopted him, it was $200, but that was for the neutering, the surgery. That was everything he needed to take home with.
There's no income, so pet guardian being able to get that pet care, that veterinary care, was like a godsend for us. So yeah, our pets are our babies. They're our babies. They're our babies.
By putting resources here, we've really been able to elevate the animal lovers in the community that existed long before Gateway was involved.
We know there's someone out there that we can turn to as support when we do find strays. So they support the community.
Care about animals just as much as we